All right, guys, we got the Lions and the Packers. Great matchup in division, nasty. Welcome back to the Ty Barlow Show. We're going to be breaking right into this one. Great game, really entertaining game here, but the outcome did not go the way I thought it was going to go. So let's go ahead and watch this in high speed. Jacobs, it's so good to see him back. I think he makes the Packers a lot tougher. He's a tough runner. Although I thought Wilson did very well filling in for him. So again, there's Jacobs. Just beast of a running back. But I thought Watson played well this week. Their wide receivers just, Dubs played well. I think everybody just clicked, man. Jordan Love played decent this week. I was kind of shocked because here we are, we're in Detroit, and Detroit kind of needed this game. And look at that Packer defense. And Parsons is a straight beast. But that's why you like having Jacobs right there. He breaks them big runs, and he's just a freaking solid running back, man. He's been on my fantasy team, and I'm telling you, it's been solid every week. So you got to love that. But excellent pass here, pass and catch from Jordan Love, and I just excellent. Next, just kind of look at this, boom, boom. So he did get the 2 feet. I thought with that toe, he had to have it, but he had the first one when the ball came in. So I think they still let him have that touchdown. So, all right. So here we are. Williams, nice catch over the middle. And then good old Gibbs, man. This dude's a beast. He got licked, though, right at the end of that play. I think he kind of rung his bell a little bit. Another great pass over the middle. I thought Goff was moving the guys really well on this drive. And so, and then, there it is. Excellent play by Montgomery. I think Gibbs and Montgomery, I don't really know any other running back combination that you'd want to have, man. These guys are excellent running backs. So here, that was great. They tied it up, or not tied it up, but they got, they at least said, hey, we're here, 10-7. But I think, it was pretty wild to see how Jordan Love just kept picking this defense apart, right? Boom. Dobbs with another one, right? And he's got that enormous size helmet. Looks like a bobble doll out there. But hey, at least he won't have a concussion, right? But yeah, so that play right there, that they kept battling back. Williams played great this game, but look at that touchdown. Williams had himself a great game. Talk about a fantasy guy you want on your team, man. Whoop! That guy can get out of some messes. But so here's the thing, Detroit fans. I still think you guys have one of the best teams. And I'm shocked you guys lost this one. Look, that's another one to Watson. That was a freaking dagger. That one hurt, man. Look at this. Woo! Double move, bang. Watson is, now that he's fully healthy, I think it adds another element to these Packers that make them scary, Goff, he's not usually running the football as often. He does it when he has to. So, so 24-14. Plenty of time left, right? And I love how they keep pounding the ball. They got the backs to do it. Bang. Excellent. Okay, so this game is exciting. Back and forth. Great offense on both sides. Boom. Goff just put that right where it needed to be, and only his receiver could get it. There's a reverse. So I just think the offensive play calling for the Packers was really good today. Like, the offensive coordinator had Jordan Love in rhythm. Woo! That was dangerous. That should have been Detroit's turnover right there. They caused a good hit, but man, look at that. He barely, this was by 2 inches when they show the replay. Look at that. He barely got over that line by 2 inches. Yeah, but that was a great play. Excellent. Excellent catch. So yeah, I really did think though, man, Packers kind of came into Detroit's house and took care of business, man. I just thought Detroit would handle their business here at home. And there's still plenty of time, 31-21, you think, they got time. And they've got a whole fourth quarter. They ought to be able to do this here. Look at Williams. He completely reversed the field. Absolute beast. Look at this guy. And he's so fast. Oh, I dropped that one, though. That was sad because they needed it, man. They needed that play. I think that would have gave them some momentum right there that they desperately needed. They still got plenty of time here, right? They're only down 10. We got 8 minutes, almost 9 minutes left. And then, bam, there it is. That Packer D shows up. This was sucky. They gave him a first down on that one on a defensive hold, or and so LaFleur about lost his mind on that one. Yeah, that's a first down. So here they are. Oh, who's that? Mike Parsons. Woo. I'll bet the Packers love that addition. So, what do you think? Should they have onsides that a little bit? Because they're just letting the Packers just march on them right here. And bang. So here we go. Look at this. This is a big play. 4th and 3. Game over. Wicks, game over. So that right there, they had to stop that right there. They had a shot to get this sucker into overtime. And knowing Dan Campbell, he may have just went for 2 if they would have scored a touchdown right there. But got to hand it to the Packers. They came into Detroit. They took care of business. Jacobs was it back to full form. Not all the way full form, but he was getting close. But Love, man, you got to love how he spread the ball around. Wicks had himself a game. Watson had himself a game. Dubs had himself a game. All of them, right? They played great. Got to hand it to the Packers. That defense, too, came to play. I thought Detroit put up a good fight. Really good fight. But it's just not enough, man. You're at home. You got to handle business at home. Especially heading into the playoffs. And you're trying to jockey for playoffs. And, I feel like this was one of the best matchups, though. I keep thinking if they just would have got that 4th down stop right there, they had 2 minutes left on the clock. They would have had about 1:50 for Goff to come down and do that. I just wish that defense would have got that out of Wicks' hands there, but you got to hand it to Wicks, man. He just pulled that thing in and shut the game down, and it was over at that point. So Anyway, great game. Loved it. Again, a huge football fan. Thank you for watching football here with me. If you've got comments about these teams, I'd like to hear from you guys. Like, how deep can the Packers go? How deep can the Detroit Lions go? Can both of them make the playoffs? Right? I think they both can make the playoffs. So I think they both will potentially make the playoffs. So we'll see what happens, though, man. It's going to be a wild race heading down to the end. And there's a lot of good NFC teams. So I don't know if they will. What if both of them don't make the playoffs? That would be insane, because of the Bears, right? That could be a reality. We'll see what the Bears do today, though, because I think the Packers are kind of starting to ascend. This was a big win for the Packers. I really did think I actually picked the Lions to win in this game, so that was kind of cool to see them prove me wrong, and they came into Detroit and took care of business. So anyway, tell me what you guys think about these teams. Are they making the playoffs? Are they not? It'd be just kind of good to know your thoughts. And yeah, we'll see you on the next one.